Over 70 million people have already seen the Kony 2012 video worldwide, but almost nobody has seen it here in northern Uganda, the area worst affected by Joseph Kony's rebel Lord's Resistance Army, because there's little internet access. And so a charity organised a public screening in the town of Lira, inviting local reaction.
It would have been better if initially people in the north looked through and say, we agree to that, it would make sense. And if we had not brought it down here, no one would bring it and they would be completely excluded.
Kony and the LRA are no longer in Uganda, having fled to neighbouring countries, leaving victims groups like this one trying to rebuild their lives. Many, scarred or maimed for life, have travelled to town to see the film that the world has been talking about. Leo Odongo was abducted by the LRA. He says he'll never forget the day a landmine blew off his arm and killed 4 of his friends as he tried to escape. He's heard about the video on local radio. He says he supports the campaign for Kony's arrest, but he thinks some of the promotion methods sound offensive.
If people in those countries care about us, they will not wear T-shirts with pictures of Joseph Kony for any reason. That would celebrate our suffering.
But Invisible Children are adamant their strategy is justified and effective.
I understand why a lot of people are wondering, is this just some slick kind of fly-by-night slacktivist thing, when actually it's not at all. It's actually it's connected to a really deep, thoughtful, very intentional and strategic campaign.
News of the screening spreads far and a large crowd gathers at sunset. They're expecting to watch a film that documents their suffering as they perceive it.
For many people here, the video is simply puzzling. It contains footage of an American man, his son, and it documents events that happened here in northern Uganda years ago.
But as the film progresses, puzzlement turns into anger.
There are some kind of people, there are some kind of NGO who are trying to mobilize funds using the atrocities committed in northern Uganda.
We wanted to see how our local people were killed.
Correct.
So these are all white men, these are feelings different from northern Uganda.
That is why sometimes
rocks are thrown, the screening comes to a halt, and the crowd scatters into the night. Kony 2012 may be the most watched video on YouTube this year, but it clearly doesn't resonate with many of the people it claims it's meant to help. Malcolm Webb, Al Jazeera, in Lira town, northern Uganda.